Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So we're very much on the way now. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, I really like Fabinho, and I really like pretty much everything about his game. We all know of his midfield qualities, but it's his defensive nous, wherever he plays, that stands out for me. When the team gets on the front foot, he's the one pretty much covering for everyone.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Pressing high and with purpose. Fabinho. And he was quick to react. Nuno Tavares. Good play on the left-hand side here. Here comes the cross. Torgan Hazard. Great vision. That is ended up in no man's land. Now it's Rodrigo. Great defending, strong and determined. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
And this is Lukaku. Matheus Nunes. And the ball is out of play. Semenyo. Now, has he got the beating of his marker here? Still goalless. Matheus Nunes. He's had it taken off him.
Roma definitely like their pressing from the front.
Yeah, it's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity.
Standard practice nowadays, Peter. Make sure you don't give your opponents any time to think on the ball. A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Pinches it off him. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. That's a foul, no two ways about it. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Not too many have the power or indeed the accuracy from this range. Would he dare to have a go? That's a fine save.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes. Goalkeeping at its very best.
Brugge with the corner, there first. He's shooting! That is decidedly lacking. Nuno Tavares. Now Andre. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Rodrigo. Can he get it through? Rodrigo! Oh, it's come off the upright. There it is! He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
After 24 minutes is...
So we have the first goal.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip. They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And here's Lukaku. Good running, strong, and it's Lukaku! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Pellegrini with the short one. Now it's Pellegrini. Brugge have the chance to go the other way. Matheus Nunes. Matheus Nunes! Oh, off the bar! He's in plenty of space here. Gets his head on it! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Pass somewhat off target. Andre wins the duel this time. It's Hazard. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Takes a shot! And it's in! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
Brugge restore parity.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly. Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused.
Shoots! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And again! And no mistake. Into the lead once more. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? No, that's been intercepted. Just past the 40th minute mark. Andre. Well, that's well seen too. Torgan Hazard. Now it's Semenyo. Oh, just skips past his man. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Real chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Corner number 2 then.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Jeremy Pino. Lukaku. And it's been played through. Goes for a shot! And yes, it's there! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for
He's having a shot! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Relentless! Just relentless! And they're threatening to fly away here. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, Peter...
And that is indeed the final act. So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. We're on the move again.
Brugge really have to pick things up here. Their opponents are going to set up to play on the counter-attack now, which means they're going to have to find ways to draw them out more.
Spread out to the left. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Oh, played through for the wide man. Oh, that's nice. That is good strength. That's really good defending. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Rodrigo receives it in a wide position, but it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Well, that's well spotted. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Roma clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Now it's Semenyo.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Looking for options for movement. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Shapes to shoot! Goal! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
So could they be onto something here? Nice sequence of passes this. Out towards the flank. Chance for a shot! And he's stuck it away. Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
It's starting to look like a done deal now. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Tries a shot! And that's in!
Well, as options go, that was a superb choice. It's over and in. Job done.
Still behind by 2. Is there a way back into this? Threads one in. Oh, that's a key interception. Pellegrini. So what can they make of this? We have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Oh, terrible mistake. Big chance! He's got a goal! That was a given. It always was.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
Substitution in progress.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Brugge now just needing 1.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Little doubt, that is a foul. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Brugge have hit a quick-fire double here and are well and truly back in business. Tavares, aimed at the far side. And that's the keeper's ball. Fabinho promptly onto that, and that is that. Yokuye applies the finish! And for a moment, time stood still.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
Now it's Adams. This looks promising. Tries to cross. And he's there to clear it.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Not much subtlety about that challenge. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Substitution on the field. Number 13.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Torgen Azar. Number 24. Mikkel Danska. Number 6. Fabinho. Coming on the field.
And here's Pino.
Number 27.
It's a crossfield ball towards the other flank.
Number 16.
It's a promising position. Space for him to turn and look. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Brugge very much running into the last chance saloon.
Well, whatever it is, Peter, it needs to be drastic and quick. Maybe the late show.
That is good alertness. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Semenyo. Brugge claims comfortably.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
He's in a good position here. Fratesi is fouled. Well, that's a booking, always looked it.
Yeah, a callous act that was used to rescue a desperate moment, Peter. They dug a deep hole for themselves there.
Substitution on the field.
He'll fancy himself from here. This the perfect chance to extend the advantage.
Is number 7. Substitutions taking place.
He's had a crack. This their second corner of the game. Fratesi plays it short. Oh, shooting chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, denied brilliantly!
Yeah, I thought the keeper did well to retrieve that. They work all week on that sort of situation, and he reacted very well then.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
There will be
And the
5
shot!
minutes added time.
Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Adams certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Norgard. 5 minutes to add. He can run onto that. Chance, surely! It's a goal! And surely now, the result's beyond doubt. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Can he finish? And he hits the net. Drama at the death. Is there time for one more twist? So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass.
And he's been bundled over. That is a foul. And he is going into that little black book. They're taking a moment to consider their options. And it's Tavares. And that is headed for the middle. And he's made sure that... Chance! Oh, fine stop. The end. Time is up. Well, that was intense. An enjoyable contest that either could easily have won, ultimately decided by just the odd goal. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, the game plan for me just looked a little confused, and the crowd seemed to pick up on this early on, and it just created a kind of negative vibe around the whole stadium, and I think this performance was one best deleted from the memory bank now.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.